Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Pisces for May 2020. So keep in mind it's general, take what you feel applies for you and disregard the rest, as well as know that time is fluid. So even though I put a date on this for May, it may resonate for a different time at a later date or whenever you encounter it, and that's okay. I apologize that it's so late in the month, but I do feel like time is fluid again and everything is in divine timing and divine order. So we can get the messages out when they're meant to come. I'm going to take a moment just to ask Archangel Michael, and I heard Archangel Sandalphon. I've never really called him in before, but I feel like he's guiding some of you. So I'm going to ask them both to use me as the clearest channel possible to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, and to use me as the clearest channel to only deliver messages for the highest good of those of us watching as well. So remember as well, guys, no matter what messages come through today, it's still up to how you integrate this, right? How you make changes in your day-to-day worlds. So I'm going to take a moment and just shuffle these. These are the Shaman's Oracle. I'm being asked to show you the book because I think that this deck is absolutely beautiful. But this is the Shaman's Oracle and wisdom and guidance from the ancestors. I'm going to see what messages our ancestors have for you today, Pisces. What messages do you have for Pisces for May 2020, please? What guidance do you have for Pisces for the month of May? You get the Dancer of Friendship, and that's really nice, right? This is, I think, also asking you to lean into your friendships, be creative in how you express yourself and how you maintain your friendships right now as well is one of the things that I'm hearing. But this is also, the Dancer is about reenactments, tellings, and telling your stories, talking to your friends, and having fun. Some of you as well, as what I heard is you may want to have like a FaceTime dance party or something like that to just feel joy and express yourself and express your friendship. Tell me more about this, please, with the Dancer of Friendship. Feel like as well there will be a lot of healing with your friendships. We have the Dancer of Lies here too. You may be going through some struggle within friendship. You may be going through some struggles in your life and leaning on friends. There could be friends who have been the perpetrator of lies. You could have been a little untruthful as well, just however it lands. And here we have the Hunter of Dreams. And this Hunter of Dreams isn't afraid of going after what he wants. He's in search of, in fact, new avenues. And for some of us as well, as your dreams could be very important. You could be receiving very prophetic information in your dreams. But I feel like the Dancer and the Hunter, they're very active. Some of you may be looking for new friends, right? Looking to expand your social group. And you can, what I'm hearing is like you could potentially join some online classes or do something, you know, where you're going to be encountering more people. It's kind of difficult as well, you know, when we're in quarantine or when we're being asked to kind of limit our social interactions to make new friends. But I feel like if you feel like an old friendship and an old group of friends no longer resonates for you, they're no longer really supportive, you don't feel that there's truth there, absolutely go and seek new like-minded individuals. Tell me more about this Hunter of Dreams, please. You get the Companion. So this Companion as well is on you throughout your whole spiritual journey. And this is unconditional guidance, unconditional, I heard trust, but this is also unconditional help. I want to read to you from the book, The Companion. This particular one, there's two, I would say, are what they would call major arcanas in this. One is the journeyer, so the person who's seeking guidance. And this is also a spirit guide along the way. And this is the second one. So you have a very powerful spirit guide with you as well right now. And I want to read that. Because I almost feel like this looks like moose to me. Like moose antlers and somebody standing in the middle or a threshold and kind of like there's this portal behind them. But I feel like this is also you knowing that you can call on spirit for guidance. And for some of you, if you're receiving prophetic dreams or information in your dreams or feeling pulled to do something after dreams, this could be the spirit guide. So I'm going to read to you this message. If I invoke something, if there's a feeling that comes while I'm reading this, how did it affect you? How can you use this empowered vulnerability in your day-to-day to make changes, okay? And how can you integrate this into your worlds? Excuse me. I am the companion of your journeying. I set your feet upon the path and between the worlds, and to help you steer your course to the places where truth may be found. I am both guide and guardian, making sure you do not stray too far from your path or visit those who may be unfriendly or unwilling to help. By remaining by my side, you will find truth and guidance from the spirits. Think of me always as your friend, one who shares in your search for truth and walks by your side wherever the journey may take you. The companion is an important and powerful ally to the seeker. He or she acts as your spiritual guide and supporter and will offer unconditional help whenever you may need it. The detail of this cave art shows two hands. Contain and protect the spirit of the companion, which rises from a zigzag line of energy. This is the energy that binds the world of spirit and the world of humans together and allows the door between them to open. The companion forms a bridge between these worlds, allowing the journeyer to enter in search of help from the spirits. Shamans past and present work with helpers of this kind, beings like the companion, who become close friends and allies in the task of journeying between worlds. For some of you as well, this dancer of friendship. You may have a spirit guide that's also kind of playful, but wanting to show you some truth behind some lies. Okay? For others of you as well, you may be even kind of guided towards different friends or different groups of people from this companion. But to know as well that there's unconditional help there. You are being guided and protected by this being. If that's not like something, what I heard is, if that's not something you totally resonate with, like if you don't feel like you have a spirit guide, one of the things you could also do is if you're into at all like meditation or shamanic journeying, you could meditate and ask this spirit guide to show themselves to you in a way that you can understand, or that you can communicate with them, and ask again that they're only here for your highest good. You don't want to have negative energy. And here you have the spirit of nurture. What are you nurturing? You nurture yourself? What are you nurturing within your relationships? Are you nurturing positivity? This is also in the spirit realm, that there could be as well guides to help you nurture yourself. And if you've experienced situations in the past with friendships, or like just, I heard bad friends too, right? Someone who's not out for you, they care more about themselves, and they're not above lying and telling untruths to get what they want. Like you may be at a higher calling than them, and you may be outgrowing those kinds of friendships, and it's time for you to start moving on and start, chasing new dreams that might be just, I heard, past the protocol of that. I don't know what that means, but outside of that kind of protocol of this kind of friendship, because this particular situation or experience in your life could be a major stepping stone and lesson for you along this way. So it's important to nurture yourself, nurture the people and places that you feel bring joy and that bring truth and wholeness to your lives. And if there are people in your world where you feel like lies and deception kind of come from, nurture yourself by removing your energetic ties to this person. Just going to ask one more message about the Dancer of Lies. Oh my gosh. So I think these three. This one too. Because they were all trying to follow. You have the Ancestor of Boundaries. Someone as well is clearly passing boundaries, right? We have the Hunter of Death, needing to end that situation. Wow. Hunter of Gifts. Every ending, every experience we have holds its own gifts, and it's up to us on how we search for this. So 3 hunters so far, needing to be an active search. And this Ancestor of Boundaries is definitely telling you, to be more aware of where your personal boundaries lie. If there's people who feel like they can take and take and take, or just like try and confuse you, manipulate, gaslight you, that kind of thing, I feel like this is also saying, you know, be like this bull. And just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Be like this bull and defend your boundaries. Nurture yourself, and you don't have to feel bad for doing this. If you're looking for and searching for endings to this kind of friendship, partnership, relationship, know that new things come to you as we release that energy. And the last one is the spirit of destruction. And this is important, I feel like. I want to read to you just a little bit of the Hunter of Gifts. Not the Hunter of Gifts. The Hunter of Death and the Spirit of Destruction. But that's interesting, that Spirit of Destruction. I am the Spirit of Destruction. My aspect may be fearsome, but my powers, although are not always welcome, are a force for good. I have the capacity to annihilate any negative emotions that may weigh down on you. If any emotional obstacles block your path through life, I can destroy them. To invoke my strength is to test your own, as I will force you to comfort the darkest recesses of your mind. And if your heart is true, I can be a powerful guide. The interpretations of this card: destruction of damaging emotions, freedom leading to calm, anger, frustration, power lost and power regained, annihilation of spiritual blockages, letting go. So one thing, that if you are really moving past kind of old relationships or partnerships, ask the spirit of destruction to help you, to help release the manipulation, help release the energetic ties as well. And I'm going to give you a bit of Hunter of Gifts. This Hunter of Death as well, it's not a negative. Like the spirit of destruction says, a lot of people are afraid of it, right? Or you. But a lot of people are afraid of it. Why? Because it's scary when things are going to crumble and change. We don't know how it's going to change. We may know what it looks like now, but when things change, we don't know. And it's kind of like, I heard Kali Ma, right? Goddess Kali. Kali comes in to hard wipe the slate clean as well, to bring major changes. And there's major spiritual evolution happening right now. And don't forget, throughout all of this, you are not alone. And whatever is occurring, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Because there are gifts at the end. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. There will be a rainbow. There is always blessings. So I want to read for you the gifts, the Hunter of Gifts. And I feel like what's important about this as the hunter is to never stop looking. To never stop looking at the bright side. To not allow yourself to get weighed down. And as well as some of this stuff, if there's people crossing your boundaries, that's their crap to deal with, not yours. And some of the karma you may have had is to learn the lessons to release those people, those damaging ideas as well. The Hunter of Dreams. I am the hunter of dreams. I go forth in search of dreams that will enable me to transform myself and others. I slip between the shadows of the night and the sunlight of the day, between what is and what may be, between hope and despair, between love and hate, in search of the dream that makes me human. Though I open doors for you who dream with me, I am also your guardian, and I protect you as you seek to transcend yourself and realize your innermost hopes. So for some of you as well, you may be going through, it says there's realization, wisdom, discovery of truth, guidance, clues to life's patterns, opening up new paths, encountering the divine, attending to metaphors and signs. For some of you with this Hunter of Dreams, it's, yes, some of the dreams that we have at night, but opening up to the wonder in this world, being aware of the synchronicities and the signs that are here for you, appreciating the world that you have, as well as, again, never stopping along this, nurturing yourself, and each time you move through a lesson, you may have new insights as well. For example, if people are lying to you and crossing your boundaries, this is also going to be a test of your own willpower and strength. Do I allow it to continue, or do I stop it now? Do I allow this friendship to continue, or do I put an end to it? And you know, endings, it's like I hear Closing Time by Semisonic. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And if you're surrounding yourself with negative people, that energy is going to be in your aura. So with this spirit of destruction as well, I feel like If you're cutting ties with friends or cutting ties with people in your life that have not been truthful, ask Spirit as well to help kind of cut away all those negative strings and to release you from that energy that binds. So I'm going to pull Earth Magic first, the little Earth Magic Oracle, for some advice with this. Mountain came here in Strength. And I feel like this is important to not underestimate your own inner strength and your own truth and just how strong you are. Because sure, maybe people have been getting away with crossing your boundaries for a long time, walking on you and things like that, because they feel like, you never correct them, you never make them stop, right? You never ever, when they lie to you, let it go. And one of these things with that gifts is this may be opening up new information for you on even patterns, lifetimes of patterns. So know that you have the strength to enforce your boundaries as well. We also get wake-up call. Absolutely, right? This is a major time of change. And with this tsunami, there could be powerful emotions as well. Could be kind of ruled by the moon energy, but there could be powerful emotions coming with this. Kind of hit you like a tidal wave where it's like, I'm done. This is the last time you're going to do this, right? And you also have communion. And this is for sure connecting with your spirit guides, connecting with spirit, connecting with your own higher self as well. I hear with this is asking for wisdom, asking for freedom is what I heard as well. And knowing that if there's others in your energetic bubble, asking yourself to protect yourself from that, setting up a shield of white light, asking Spirit to remove any negativity from or around you, as well as if you feel like somebody's really angry with you or they're projecting a lot of hurt or a lot of jealousy, rage, you can imagine mirrors all around this energetic bubble so that when it comes to you, it's being pushed back out. It's not going to kind of come in. And this will act as a filter. There is another stone if any of you have bronzite. Bronzite is a wonderful stone because not only does it protect you from this kind of psychic attack, but it sends that information or it sends that energy back. So great stone, very grounding as well, and it's very, very beautiful. So the bottom of the deck, breathe. Just breathe. Get out into nature, connect with your breath space. The answers will come to you. The new moon promise here as well as we just come into the Gemini new moon, and there's promise in that because it's a new beginning, right? The ending of something over here will herald a new beginning, and you have stone people and vigilance, much like strength, that no matter the water that weathers this yourself, no matter the changes that come in the landscape around you, you're still you. So it doesn't, what I heard is hold vigilance to what you believe is true. Hold vigilance to the boundaries that you have as well. And try not to allow other people's energetic signatures or energetic crap to kind of get in your bubble. So I'm going to put these up for a minute and pull some tarot now. I'm going to use the Line Strider Tarot. I'm not going to read reversals unless it feels like it's absolutely necessary, okay? Just because my decks are kind of messed up here anyway. I don't really usually mind if they're in one spot. You got the Four of Cups in reverse. Of course, they say I'm not going to read reversals, and I feel like this is asking you to, with the Fool in the upright. So the Four of Cups is about feeling stagnant, about feeling lack mentality, not having enough. And if you've had a friend or a group of people, a lover, anything like that in your life who holds back, who doesn't express their true emotions, who doesn't express their honesty with you, who doesn't give you, or if you feel like you aren't receiving the same level of commitment or level of effort in the relationship that you're putting in, you kind of probably going to feel a little bit heartbroken, a little bit sad, and a little just kind of like lacking something. But this is asking you to remove yourself of that because the Fool was next, and this is that great big 0 point, starting out on a new journey, wandering into the unknown. And it doesn't mean you can't have a plan, right? But with your knapsack on your back, take your spiritual tools along for the ride. Everything you learned from the last experience, take it with you. It was meant to go with you. This isn't about holding on to grudges. This isn't holding on to hurt. When you're asking that spirit of death, spirit of destruction to come in and to help you, I'm getting shown a card from the Isis Oracle by Lena Fairchild, which is proper burial for freedom. Before we move on to something new, we want to bury everything and mourn it, grieve it, understand the lessons, and then move on. There are things you may not know the lessons, for like 10 years after, right? Depending on how the situation is. But this means not coming into every new experience, still holding on to a grudge of the past hurt and expecting this situation to be like the last. So let's find out more about this Fool energy, please. The Nine of Wands. This is your wounded warrior. This is hardships. What I do like about this, though, is he's still standing. He didn't get taken down. Tell me about this Nine of Wands, please. King of Cups. I feel like this could be you guys, Pisces. This could be a masculine energy, feminine energy. Doesn't really matter because it's just the highest vibration, but also understanding your heart space. Tell me more about the King Cups. You may also be moving towards another water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who has also been through a lot. You could be, this is you as well, guys, if you've experienced that kind of tormenting relationship. This could be, you guys moving on, and even though you're wounded, you're still walking and still owning your truth. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse, Three of Swords. So, Three of Cups in the reverse is heartache, not celebration. Could be as well if it's romantic. It could be, too many people in the relationship, outside forces, third-party situations. And the Three of Swords is about heartbreak. This particular one, though, that came out is the Four of Swords. It's about resting your mind. Because, again, I feel like it's what we focus on is what we nourish and give power to. If we focus on the heartbreak, if we focus on other people that may have got in the way, that's not going to create a really stable environment for ourselves. So we want to move on, but not carrying those wounds again from the past. And that doesn't mean that they won't show themselves. Like, what I feel like is this may be something to be really open with the people that you encounter after. Be like, have some trust issues. This has happened. And ask people to help you to work through that. Tell me, how can we bring this Four of Swords into fruition? Like, how can we best relax the mind? There's too many there. What's the best way to relax the mind here, please? Okay, what about releasing this Nine of Wands energy? King of Swords, Knight of Cups. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or air sign. You may have, air in your chart. You may be dealing with an air sign, or this could be you needing to come to resolution in your mind and looking at this from a higher perspective, and then offering yourself love, moving towards what feels like love for you. When we think about things a little bit more detached, so this one is still holding on to our heart. We wounded, our heart hurts. This one is thinking about things a little bit more logically, a little bit more detached from the heart space. And it's saying, though, to move on into love, to move forward for love for ourselves. But that means that we're going to look for love in situations rather than holding on to something that's really hurt us. Tell me about the Knight of Cups, please. Finish the time. Get the Nine of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment. This cat has finally got what he wanted. He's eaten the bird. What I heard about that, though, is just kind of be careful that you're not rushing forward into love or rushing forward into a relationship so that you can have this kind of instant gratification. Because the thing is, yes, cat got what he wanted, got the bird. But then what happens when the bird's gone and he's bored? I'm going to say I want you to, but I think it needs to be very clearly thought through in a stable place in your mind before moving forward into relationship. And we have the High Priestess here in the reverse, is don't ignore your intuition. If something feels off about a situation or a person, it probably is. So again, working on yourself, and I feel like, I heard allowing an appropriate timeline, right? Not again rushing off to find love or finding the next fit or a replacement for this situation. Doesn't mean not to have friends. It doesn't mean not to talk to other people, right? If it's relationship, and reach out and see where things can go. But it means just not jumping in, because this really is wish fulfillment, right? So I feel like what's meant for us in our worlds will come. It's about connecting to our own self, our own higher power, the divine, and as well as following our intuition when it comes to what is right for us. Because if we jump too fast, again, we haven't, put down the swords of the past or the heartache from the past, and we're going to come to something maybe a little defensive as well, and not at our best self. So before moving forward in a relationship or in partnership, putting our best self forward. One last message. Thank you. Bottom of the deck is the World in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, Page of Wands here as well. But I feel like with the World and the Chariot in the reverse, it's because this cycle's not done. You still need to put the action forward to stop people from crossing your boundaries constantly. And with the Chariot in the reverse as well, this could be Cancer, this is water as well, but this is also saying you don't want to move forward in something that's not right. You don't want to move forward and go passionately, and maybe you do. Okay, maybe you want to go passionately and it's not something very committed. That's fine. But if you start moving forward before putting the past in the past and burying it, so to speak, you're just going to bring these cycles back. So you have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Again, I think it should go like this, but a little less hasty. If you have things you need to say, rather than speaking when we're angry, when we're upset, letting ourselves get up to the King vibration, coming from a higher perspective. If we can't say anything nice, not saying it. And sometimes when people lie to us, when they gaslight us, when they tell us that we're crazy, then that's not what I did. I didn't say that. Use your own judgment. If it feels like it's a lie, it probably is. And slow it down so that you aren't engaging in hostile conversation that's not going to do any good. When people go blah, 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 and yell at you, right, and they're really showing a lot of their true emotions, their true self as well, sometimes you might want to, most times, you're probably going to want to defend yourself, right? What's the point? If defending yourself is just causing more fights, walk away from them. Let them realize they lost you and see what kind of a loss it is. They're going to have to go through their own stuff. For some of you, this means you don't have to talk to them. That whatever this situation is, this needs to go no contact. At least for a while. Potentially that person may come around and say, hey, I crossed your boundaries. I see what I did. I'm sorry. But more than likely with this, I don't think so. This is a major lesson for you. A major lesson for you to see that you don't have to take every opportunity that presents itself to you, right? Think clear and logically. And that, again, this Judgment card is important because you need to trust your own judgment. I feel like a lot of people, if you've been with narcissistic people or gaslighting people, it happens. It's not always just narcissists that do it. Sometimes it's, just a defense mechanism. But when people put you down to feel better, that's not okay. One last card. I'm probably going to pick off the top so I don't run out of time. But this is to bring more love into your world. And this is from the Whispers of Love. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. Don't forget it, and don't ever settle for someone who says you're not good enough, because you absolutely are, my dears. I hope you have a great month. I love you, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye now.